The most talented person in your office probably won't get promoted. The most strategic one will. Here's how to be both. You just delivered the best presentation of your career. The client loved it. Your data was flawless. And then your colleague, the one who barely contributed, gets the credit in front of the VP. You sit there, smiling, while something inside you breaks a little. Most people think the answer is to play dirty or pretend politics don't exist. Both approaches will destroy your career. What actually works is a quiet, strategic approach that protects your reputation without selling your soul. That's exactly what we're covering today. Let me be blunt with you. Every workplace with more than 2 people has politics. It doesn't matter if you work at a startup or a Fortune 500 company. Politics is simply how power, influence, and resources flow through an organization. The people who say "I don't do politics" are usually the ones getting passed over for promotions. A study from the Center for Creative Leadership found that professionals who ignored workplace dynamics were significantly less likely to advance into leadership roles. Not because they lacked talent, because they lacked awareness. Think of it this way. You wouldn't walk into a foreign country and refuse to learn any local customs. Office politics is the culture of your workplace. You don't have to love it. But you absolutely need to understand it. Pretending you're above it is the fastest way to fall behind. Every company has 2 org charts. The official one hangs on the wall. The real one lives in hallways, Slack threads, and coffee conversations. Your first job is to figure out who actually influences decisions. It's not always the person with the biggest title. Sometimes it's the executive assistant who controls the calendar. Sometimes it's the senior engineer everyone respects but who has no direct reports. Watch who gets consulted before big decisions are made. Notice who people CC on important emails without being asked. Pay attention to who sits next to whom at lunch and who grabs coffee together. These patterns reveal the invisible wiring of your organization. Once you see it, you can navigate it. A product manager at a major tech company once told me something I never forgot: the person who controls the meeting agenda controls the outcome. That insight applies everywhere, from startups to government agencies. This is where most people get it wrong. They either try to be everyone's best friend, or they go full lone wolf. Neither works long term. What works is building genuine professional alliances across departments and levels. Share credit openly and publicly when a project succeeds. Offer help before someone has to ask for it. Connect people who should know each other but haven't met yet. These small deposits build what I call a political savings account. When you eventually need support, and that day always comes, you'll have reserves to draw from. But here's the critical part most people miss. Your alliances need to span the organization, not just cluster inside your own team. The marketing director who likes working with you, the finance lead who trusts your numbers, the operations manager who knows you deliver on time, those cross-functional relationships are career insurance that no job title can replace. Don't network at people. Build real rapport grounded in mutual respect and shared goals. Every office has at least one. The credit stealer. The backstabber. The person who throws you under the bus in meetings and then sends a friendly Slack message 10 minutes later. Your instinct will scream at you to fight fire with fire. Resist that urge with everything you've got. The moment you sink to their level, you lose your greatest advantage, your reputation. Instead, document everything that matters. Follow up verbal conversations with a quick email summary so there's a paper trail. Keep records of your contributions with dates, details, and outcomes attached. When someone takes credit for your work, don't cause a scene in front of everyone. Address it calmly and directly, something like, "I'm glad the team liked the framework. Let me walk through how I developed it." Notice what happened there. No accusation. No drama. Just a clear, factual reclaiming of ownership. For truly toxic situations that don't resolve on their own, loop in your manager early. Frame it around team effectiveness, not personal grievances. Say, I want to make sure our collaboration is productive instead of pointing fingers. Quiet excellence is a myth that keeps good people invisible. Your work does not speak for itself, you have to speak for it. But there's a real art to doing this well. Nobody respects the person who turns every meeting into a personal highlight reel. Instead, share progress updates that genuinely help others do their jobs better. Volunteer for cross-functional projects that naturally put you in front of senior leaders. Write short summaries after completing milestones and share them with relevant stakeholders. Ask thoughtful questions in big meetings, not to show off, but to demonstrate that you think strategically. One technique that works incredibly well in practice: become the person who synthesizes. When a discussion gets scattered and people are talking past each other, be the one who says, "So if I'm hearing this right, we're aligned on these 3 priorities." Suddenly you're seen as a leader in the room, even without the title on your badge. Here's what I want you to do right now, before you close this video. Pull up your calendar for this week and pick one meeting. Just one. Go in with this intention: observe who holds real influence in the room, offer one genuine contribution that helps the group, and follow up afterward with a short message to someone you want to build a stronger connection with. That single meeting, approached with intention, can shift how people perceive you. Office politics isn't about manipulation or backstabbing or selling out. It's about being intentional with your presence and deliberate with your relationships. Play the long game. Protect your integrity fiercely. And never let anyone else write your story at work. If this helped you see things differently, share it with a colleague who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one. That's a wrap, thanks for watching. If this gave you one idea you can use today, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next one.